me, Drake and Kendrick might have never had a beef. Back in 2018, when Pusha T and Drake had a beef, Pusha exposed that Drake had a
The relationship between Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Pusha T, and Universal Music Group, UMG, has been a tangled web of competitive tension, hidden secrets, and strategic maneuvering that has spanned several years. The rivalry between Drake and Pusha T in 2018, which eventually involved Kendrick Lamar and UMG, has escalated into a public spectacle that fans and insiders alike have closely followed. The drama involving Pusha T's diss track, The Story of Adidon, where he exposed Drake's secret son, sparked the beginning of what would become a much larger conflict that changed the way many viewed Drake and his place in the music industry. This war of words didn't just stop with Pusha, however. It eventually intertwined with Kendrick's explosive Super Bowl halftime show performance and a deeper look into Drake's complicated relationship with UMG and its CEO, Lucian Grange. Pusha T's role in the beef with Drake cannot be overstated. In 2018, Pusha T revealed that Drake had a son, Adonis, whom he had been hiding from the public. This bombshell disclosure created a storm in the hip-hop world. The revelation of Drake's son was a personal blow to the Canadian rapper, one that many fans and critics felt tarnished his previously untouchable image. Following the track's release, the public consensus seemed to lean toward Pusha T as the winner of the battle. Drake, ever the strategist, made it clear that he would set boundaries for future feuds, particularly when it came to the families of the artists involved. He learned his lesson from the Pusha T battle. He wasn't about to let Kendrick Lamar follow suit and expose similar personal details. Pusha's involvement in the Drake-Kendrick feud is often seen as a catalyst. While many believe that without Pusha's exposure of Drake's son, the conflict with Kendrick might never have escalated to the levels it did, it's important to consider how Kendrick's own performance at the 2022 Super Bowl played a significant role in amplifying the tension. Kendrick's performance set a new record, pulling in over 130 million views, making it the most watched Super Bowl halftime show performance in history. While the performance itself was widely praised for its storytelling, showmanship, and creativity, it didn't go unnoticed that Kendrick might have been throwing subtle shade at Drake in the process. His cryptic messages about industry manipulation and behind-the-scenes power struggles only added fuel to the fire. Fans speculated that Kendrick's spotlight at the Super Bowl was more than just an artistic statement. It was also a message about his position in the industry and his ability to rise above his peers. But while Kendrick was basking in the glow of his Super Bowl triumph, Drake was embroiled in his own drama. In one of his most recent moves, Drake began to troll Lucian Grange, the CEO of UMG, by posting a picture of his daughter-in-law, Sophia Richie, and unfollowing everyone on his burner account except for her. This was a brazen move, and fans and insiders were quick to label it as risky. It seemed to suggest that Drake was intentionally targeting Lucian Grange's family, dragging them into a feud that had little to do with them. The decision was highly controversial, as it blurred the lines between personal and professional conflicts. Many speculated that this was part of Drake's broader strategy to sever ties with UMG and make a push for a bigger deal, potentially worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But fans questioned whether this would backfire and what the consequences would be for his career. Pusha T, ever the calculated figure in the hip-hop world, weighed in on Kendrick's Super Bowl performance in a way that only he could. He called it a masterclass in storytelling and praised Kendrick for doing things his own way. He made it clear that Kendrick had captured the essence of what it means to be a true artist, standing apart from the trends and gimmicks that often dominate the industry. Pusha's words, however, were not just about congratulating Kendrick. By expressing admiration for Kendrick's creative direction and artistry, Pusha was subtly implying that he, too, had a hand in deconstructing Drake's carefully crafted image in the rap game. One line from Pusha's statement, "Mission accomplished," seemed to suggest that he believed his role in Drake's downfall had been fulfilled. He had already exposed Drake's vulnerabilities with the revelation about Adonis, and now it appeared that Kendrick had delivered the final blow with his fiery Super Bowl performance. This notion that Pusha had somehow orchestrated a longer-term strategy against Drake raises interesting questions about the nature of the beef. Was it really just about lyrics and insults, or was there a larger, more intricate plan in play all along? Could it be that Kendrick's decision to target Drake in his own unique way was part of a broader scheme to dismantle Drake's dominance in the rap world? Drake's increasingly erratic behavior has also fueled speculation that he may be self-destructing. The rapper has filed a federal defamation lawsuit against his own label, UMG, claiming that they played a role in amplifying Kendrick's diss track, Not Like Us, which attacked him personally. This lawsuit is just one of many strange moves Drake has made in recent months. He has also been vocal about wanting to renegotiate his record deal, seeking a much larger sum than what UMG had originally agreed to. Reports suggest that Drake was attempting to secure a $600 million deal, but the ongoing beef with Kendrick and his fallout with UMG may have severely impacted those negotiations. Drake's relationship with Lucian Grange and UMG has always been a complicated one. For years, Drake has been one of UM's biggest cash cows, boasting one of the most lucrative contracts in the music industry. He even went so far as to publicly praise Lucian, flaunting the special treatment he received within the company. But as his career progressed, Drake began to feel like a victim of the very system that helped build him into the superstar he is today. When UMG allegedly allowed Kendrick's Not Like Us to gain traction, Drake reportedly felt betrayed. In retaliation, he targeted Lucian's family, a move that has been described as reckless and deeply personal. Drake's pattern of bringing women into his beefs has been another point of contention. Instead of confronting the men involved in his feuds head-on, Drake has frequently chosen to attack women associated with them. In the past, he's taken shots at Meek Mill's ex-girlfriend Nicki Minaj and Pusha T's fiancée Virginia Williams. He has also made veiled references to Whitney Houston's name during his back and forth with Kendrick. Now, in his ongoing war with UMG, he has shifted his attention to Lucian Grange's daughter-in-law, Sophia Richie. This latest move has been met with outrage from fans who view it as a cowardly tactic to avoid confronting the actual issues at hand. But what does this all mean for Drake's future? It's possible that he is attempting to sever ties with UMG in order to become a free agent and secure a better deal elsewhere, but his actions have raised questions about his self-awareness. Is he spiraling, as many fans believe, or is he playing a more calculated game behind the scenes? One theory that has emerged is that Drake is simply testing the waters, pushing boundaries in order to determine whether he can negotiate his way out of his current deal and secure a more lucrative contract. However, his recent moves, trolling Lucian Grange's family, taking legal action against UMG, and generally making headlines for all the wrong reasons, have only heightened the sense that something deeper is going on. The timing of Drake's feud with Kendrick, combined with the ongoing legal battles and public back and forth with UMG, has led some to speculate that the entire situation may be a reflection of the internal power struggles in the music industry. Drake's career has long been associated with the so-called golden boy image, an artist who can seemingly do no wrong and whose success is largely attributed to his close ties with UMG and its influential leadership. However, as Drake's public persona becomes more volatile and his actions more unpredictable, some are starting to question whether the downfall of the golden boy was inevitable all along. Could it be that Drake's own ambition and sense of invincibility led him to challenge the very system that made him famous? Ultimately, the saga of Drake, Kendrick, Pusha T, and UMG raises questions not only about the nature of hip-hop beefs, but also about the underlying dynamics of the music industry. For all the power players involved, one thing is clear: the stakes are higher than ever, and the game is far from over. Whether Drake will manage to recover from this downward spiral or continue his war against the industry remains to be seen. But for now, fans are watching closely, waiting to see how this drama unfolds.